Hello, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right. So yeah, 2 episodes in the can for the last season of The Good Place. Last episode we saw Eleanor kind of struggling with being the leader.
Yeah, definitely the Dark Night of the Soul episode, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of feeling down and like this isn't going to work. And by the end, they've kind of rebounded a little bit. Tough sacrifices had to be made, especially by Eleanor kind of setting up Simone and Chidi as soulmates.
Yes.
That was kind of sad to watch.
Sad to watch. Also, we're a little suspicious of Michael and Janet because we're not sure if they're actually bad place plants.
Yeah, I was really confident they were after the first one. But after the last one, like, okay, I might have been wrong. Either it's a later payoff or I was just really reading way too much into that scene.
I wouldn't write it off.
Right.
But obviously Michael was endearing, and he also admitted that he faked the oh my gosh, the
breakdown that he had.
Thank you. Panic attack.
Right.
And I don't know.
Janet and Michael were both really, really solid in the last episode as far as being stand-up people. That it's like, okay, that if they're doing it, they're doing a great job as far as faking it goes because they really did kill it.
Quite deceptive, yeah.
I'm really of all the characters on the show, the person whose journey I'm most interested in is Brant's because I hate him so much. I loathe that guy. Obviously, you're supposed to, so the actor's really killing it. Is the overprivileged middle-aged white aristocrat.
It's funny. It's very funny, but this guy is a tough hang. And I think the humor is going to come from this guy just being polite all of a sudden.
For sure. I think there's a lot of comedy to mine from a guy who just naturally thinks that he's better than everybody else at everything.
He's I'm going to crush people.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedy area there to mine.
Yeah.
We'll go and jump into it now, guys. But first, I do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. I'd like to give a special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Balas Foldes, Chris, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Surigunda Varapu, Weird Magic, and Torgeir Lingstad. Thank you so much, guys. We're really, really happy you're with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show, including Good Place, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we are on YouTube. So if you want to keep going after watching the YouTube edits, you can do it on our Patreon page. You will have to sync and watch along on your own source material.
Yes.
You're only going to see us for copyright purposes. We're also watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive.
We can go check in on how Brent's doing.
If there's anyone that can turn that ashhole into a good person, it's Chidi. I love him so much.
Chidi might make the new humans better all on his own.
This is not going to go well.
I'm sure that Brent's in it for the long haul. He came to one session, and then he said he got a B+ in moral values at Princeton. And so maybe he should be the professor.
I guess once you have the burden of saving humanity removed from your brain, life is dandy.
If we don't force Chidi into stressful decision-making, he won't even have the chance to become a better person. We need Chidi to live in a world of low-grade dread.
I've got this. I have a ton of experience making ex-boyfriends' lives miserable.
I believe she can't torture him.
Let's do that or just make Brant, just butt him up with Brant.
Right.
John's pettiness was a result of feeling excluded by the rich and powerful. So I, the rich and powerful, am going to welcome him.
You should tell him about how 8 different characters from Game of Thrones are based on you.
That is a great idea.
Oh, wow. I want that list.
Yeah. I wonder who.
Janet built an exact replica of Victoria Beckham's ultra-exclusive private spa.
Pasha spa? The posh wash?
We need your help with something very important.
Are you sure? I'm probably just gonna mess it up, just like I messed things up with Janet.
Dude, say goodbye to FOMO. You can finally experience the best of the best.
Oh, Tahani, I feel amazing. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Hey, you know what would give you an even more luminous glow? The study of ethics. Think of it as a colonic, but for your soul.
No. You stay crazy, girl.
I get it.
Bye.
They actually do have to torture these guys to get them there. That's what happened to them. Yeah.
So he's been having kind of a hard time adjusting here. Apparently monks aren't the most social creatures, so just promise me you'll help him no matter what. I mean, a promise from a strict Kantian like yourself is just about the most ironclad agreement in the universe.
She set him up hard there.
Yeah, she did.
I'm not a Buddhist monk. My name is Jason Mendoza. I'm a DJ from Florida, and I'm not supposed to be here.
Well done.
Good.
I love all the callbacks to season 1.
1 week later. Wow. Time jump.
I've had a stomach ache For a week, there have been way too many close calls. I cannot lie to cover for you. Please remember, you're supposed to be a monk. Hey!
Can you accompany Jianyu to the luau tonight? He still isn't really engaging with the neighborhood, and we're hoping you could help him break out of his shell.
He was hardly a shrinking violet. If you think he needs help, maybe you should just tell him directly.
Perhaps you're right. I shall go on the attack.
I have to do it myself, and he's constantly freaking out.
You have that effect on people, bud. What else can we do to mess up his life?
Listen, E-Dog, we should ease off. He's pretty stressed already.
Please, he's not even dry heaving yet. How many Tums did he take today?
Like 20.
That's nothing.
Jason might be right on that one.
Yeah.
Like, you got him there.
The things you used to write, frankly, were hurtful.
What? Name one.
I just want you to recognize that your blog hurt people. Do you have a chance to be better here?
Excuse me?
Ugh,
Oh, this guy sucks.
he does suck.
When you throw them into the bonfire, you will receive whatever your soul most desires.
Well, you could really set him up on this stuff.
Yeah, you could.
But I gotta do that.
If you throw that stone, your truest actual desire will appear, and who knows what that is.
Oh my god.
Yay! It's mine! Jianyu tossed my rock because he wanted to help me. Can't wait to cruise the streets in this bad boy. Yeah, man.
We need to ramp up the pressure.
Eleanor, he told an outright lie. We don't want him so freaked out that he can't help
Yeah,
anyone
she's going
else.
too far.
I think we did enough for the day.
I spent my whole life on
Figure out
Earth
what that
battling a
was.
stomachache because I never knew what to do. And for a while here, that was gone, but recently, I've been miserable. But this just feels like
What?
like I'm being punished somehow. And obviously, I know that's silly, this is the good place, but I am seriously worried that I did something wrong. And this
Yeah,
is the
too far.
universe
You went too
getting
far, yeah.
back at me. Wait, what's happening now? Oh, no. No, I made God cry?
You've just been very nice to him, and I don't like the way he's treating you.
Maybe it's not possible. We're just too different.
There you go.
Find some middle ground.
I've been going about this all wrong.
Exactly. Here you go.
So you just tell us the problem, and we'll eliminate it. Like, say you had a problem with that vase.
The
This
motorcycle.
is good.
Yep, that's my problem. For some reason, it just hasn't been bringing me as much happiness.
All you care about in the world is the velvet rope. You will always be unhappy, no matter which side you're on.
I really am sorry for all the posts I wrote about you. And everything I tweeted. And scrawled on the back of a playbill.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
That's
I like the fact that they're really trying with these monsters.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to not get caught, we're going to study ethics. I'm going to help you become a good person.
Oh, dope.
You were torturing him because that's what we had to do.
I know. But I went too far. And what's worse, I liked it. But I'm still angry he abandoned me. Which makes me feel guilty. Which makes me angry. Which makes me want to talk to Chidi because he's the person I go to when I'm angry.
You're allowed to feel a little angry. Let yourself off the hook. Process it, work your way through it.
Philosophy may not be his way forward. Genuine human connection shall be his course of study.
There you go.
What's next?
Okay.
Yeah, there's like
coming.
death coming. Yeah.
Someone's on the way. For a second, I thought we were gonna get the train there. It was gonna be a big reveal, but
No, I think it's actually our people. I think
Okay.
I think I was completely taking a shot in the dark and was wrong there.
I'm curious to see who's on the way, though.
Yeah. Hopefully, it might not actually be someone we've had before. Maybe it is. Someone that could really throw a monkey wrench in the whole
The
thing.
only person I'm thinking of is maybe Adam Scott. Maybe.
Could be. But I don't know how. I think that it's got to be subtle because if Adam Scott shows up, the judge is going to be like, "Hold up," you know what I mean?
Can't put him here.
She is watching
for sure.
So that's why they've got to be a little bit subtle.
Yeah.
But there's somebody coming. I hope it's a big star.
Yeah,
They
me
do
too.
a good job of that on the show.
This show does cameos so well.
So well.
We watch so many shows where somebody shows up and we're like, yes, like West
Right.
Wing's a good example.
West Wing
New
does
Girl.
great cameos. Yep.
30 Rock is like the king of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally the show is so hard to predict, but at the same time, I'm just sitting back and I'm like trying to make predictions as the episode goes along and trying to piece together things because, like we said in the beginning, you really want to pay attention to details in the background and what's happening. So I think it's safe to say Michael and Janet.
Right.
But yeah, it's a tougher season because they really the stakes are high.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you really have to nudge these people there, and we can't do the same thing we did in the first season, right? You can't retread that.
No.
You have to get there.
I like the fact there's a lot of callbacks. They're crushing the callbacks for sure. But yeah, absolutely. It's got to be. This is a show that's always moving forward in its ideas, and which is why I love it. And yeah, whatever's coming has got to be something new. Like I loved in this episode that oh my God, John,
yes, the gossip guy is John.
Yeah, John, right. That Tahani was like, he does need to get better, but it's not a philosophy class for everybody that's going to make them better.
Yeah.
For this guy, it's something else. It's going to be it's just going to be interaction with the real person to where he starts to realize that the people that he craps on online are actually real people with real feelings, and he starts to make those human connections. And I think that's absolutely great. That it's not all just here's the one way forward for everybody.
It's a really interesting idea.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're not being tortured is also like, well, they're kind of she did torture him in this episode, but it is different, right? We're not going to get the same results in the same.
Sure.
It's not the same path, and that's a really fun way of going about it too. And it is a little more stressful, but I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely. I'm still wondering how Brent's going to end up.
We didn't get in this
on
episode.
We didn't get in this episode at all because we hadn't had the others. We didn't have John before that. So now it's going to be right now we've got John on board with Tahani. How do we get Brent
through habit? I think it's
do you think he's going to be in the lessons? Because we don't really know what Simone and Brent's path forward is going to be.
I don't know.
I don't know if they actually join the lessons or if the lessons are just for Jason to help Chidi, or if like with John, there's a different path forward for them than that.
Right, because it doesn't really seem like Simone needs the lessons because she's already a professor. But also him talking to her at the frozen yogurt stand, she might.
She's going to need something to improve. The whole point is she has to improve.
Yeah.
So something's got to happen to get her on the right path.
Yeah, Brand's like I want
Brand seems like the toughest one to actually crack through.
Yeah.
He probably will be the last one
for sure.
All right, we'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.